transcending the veil, entering into a new world, a new life. The once lost High Wizard, Hova, managed to be resurrected after some questions here and there. After gaining information about the flying whale and figuring out that it's dying, thankfully enough, Halu's, homeland might be able to help this out. Hova might be able to power it up, and things might not be so dire for them. Thankfully enough, Cora now owes your team a favor. Baroth might make it only for him, but who knows? Either way, you succeeded in saving not just one city, but two. Var, Ben, and Mara are also there, and you've learned that they don't intend to use the spell in a bad manner, or at least not freezing everyone once again. However, based off of that language, they may be willing to unfreeze things. But who knows? Never really figured that part out. Cora and her team, you discovered their true intent. Well, Cora's true intention. After some litigation, Jade, Lit, and Tar managed to actually set up an entertainment business here. But that was off screen and wasn't really important. But after all was said and done, and after the ceremony of death now turned into a ceremony of life, the group and a few others managed to pile into a banquet hall. It's a nice place, and the king and queen, as well as their children, begin to state. Garn the king then states, "Thank you for coming once again. Now then, instead of one festivity for life that has ended, let us begin a festival for life. The life of the city that has been brought once more, and the lives those that were thought lost and be brought back. It is thanks to strangers, thanks to your kind efforts, that our city is revived once more. And so a toast. You see the city dwellers, up to you if you decide to raise your own cups. Raise cups in the air. To those friends we call anew, and to those old ones we have yet to see once more. While there is a new world out there, we at least know we have friends throughout the Vale." You hear some cheers and jeers. No, jeers are boos. You hear some cheers and Hova clapping. Jara, the blacksmith, is also there, clapping in unison. And then Garn says, "Now then, be frank, be merry, and we will see you all in the new dawning day." You see themselves get up and walk about as your team might discuss some things. Cerberus, this is an hour after the entire situation. If you intend to be there, you can be there.
Is Civ no longer an informant because she's missing her eye?
She's missing her what?
Her eye. Civ. That's her new name. Look at her token.
Oh, wow. I have no idea what happened there. Does it matter? The name's still...
Something changed. She's evil. Sign of the betrayal.
It's always evil.
True. If you ask what Cerberus would be up to, the same she's always been up to, wandering around, so she's not fussed about what's going on.
Alright.
Or who's sneaking around the woods.
Right now, the people that were sneaking around the woods have left them. The old man is still there fishing for a bit. He came back because might as well have something to do today. There's only supposed to be a funeral, and that's not his thing. So he's basically avoiding the crowds, the city. There is I wouldn't call it a ceremony, but there is a more festive vibe. You can probably shop and get some really great discounts here, right now. But beyond that, the forest is pretty quiet. Actually, you're the only one that's outside. That's part of the group. Go.
She probably wouldn't have stepped foot in the actual city itself, though, since she's been here.
No. Yeah. I assume you were still in the forest. Since you're the only one that could potentially see this, go ahead and roll me a perception check. $31. Okay.
Hey, my passive.
Your passive's 31. That's crazy. If I knew that, I wouldn't.
That's actually worse than my passive. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't think your passive was. I knew it was high, but I didn't think it was.
33.
Yeah. Okay. If I knew that, I would have made you roll. Look at the expanse. Looking at the horizon. The old man taught you or told you about how this is a plane of mana, the world magic, and how it revolves around the world. Not part of it, but surrounding it. And people draw from it. Right now, you saw a strange... Well, part of the horizon, it is blank. It is... You can't even see the end of it. But theoretically, there should be more islands just too far away to see. In a small, very small glimpse, you're not sure how far away, you saw a strange bubble form for a split second. Like a wave that was coming out of the epicenter, but you're not exactly sure how far away.
I shall paint it, show it to the fisherman, and then point to where I saw it.
Alright. It almost resembles that of a, what's it called? When you touch the water and it waves out. I think they're just called waves.
Balls.
Yeah. You paint it and gesture it towards the man, and he simply states, you're still here. Yes, lovely painting. You point out towards the horizon, and he states, that's incredible that you could see that far. We have yet to actually explore the rest of the area. But from my guess, someone activated a very impressive magical power of a high enough scale that it registered even this far out. I'm not exactly sure what potentially, well, I have possibilities, but not an actual answer, my friend. It could be a spell to negate anyone from teleporting out or in a location. It could be a spell that, quite frankly, solidifies magic in a non-binary way or deactivates magic in a certain radius. It could be a lot of things, but it has to be a lot of magic and a lot of it being disrupted to cause such a flux in the area. But seeing as I couldn't see it, it must be a vast distance away. I'm terribly sorry I can't be of any more service, but perhaps the High Archmage or one of the other mages in town could help you figure this out. We were planning to explore the area tomorrow, but perhaps you could persuade one of them to head out.
He gets a confused look, and she just does a air quotation mark of a question mark.
Confused look once again, and then states, if you want to figure out what it is, you could potentially hire someone or get one of our town men to transfer you back to the material plane and discover it for yourself.
She will write down on a piece of paper the simple word of who.
You can speak with one of the town men, the guards of the city. There's York, very nice, plain, average-looking male, black hair, beard, piercing orange eyes, and there's Hiva, a simple enough stout woman, green eyes, blue eyes. Green hair, blue eyes, with a nice brown wool coat around her.
As he's describing them, I am painting them roughly.
I think last time we established you were a great painter.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. He basically gives you their details, and you do a pretty good job. They're not at the party because they're supposed to be guarding the city, and one of them's supposed to be guarding the gate. But here's how they look.
I shall do a bow and dart off towards the city.
All right. And going back to the party. Halabu, you feel a little awkward in between Gavin and Civ. Civ, you don't really know too much about. Gavin's just weird. But that's the general vibe.
We've had time before the ceremony to change.
Oh, definitely. In fact, the queen insisted.
Hattie, we would have changed into this outfit to be a bit more in spirit. I have a black outfit for her from last time, but
Cool.
basically she's not going in all depressed in black, so...
I mean, other than Byroth, everyone else changed.
Yeah.
Except for the cat. The cat doesn't change. Not your cat, Realta's theoretical familiar?
You mean kitty cat?
Yes. Who sticks around but doesn't necessarily have to. But Byroth,
Scratches little chin.
you do so, it purrs. It's still on your head. Byroth, you said you wanted to do something before leaving the city?
Yeah, I want to consult with the blacksmiths about that dragon scale I have.
She is to your right. She was the one that didn't request this, but basically was a mediator for you, so she had to be here. So if you want to
Yeah,
speak with her,
she's
she is
not
there.
really a fan of mine.
You saved the
I
city,
don't like-
she will tolerate you. But she is to your
Yeah,
right.
that'll be a quick conversation. If anyone else wants to do something, basically gonna be like, "Hey, I want to talk to your armor guy about a shield." Hello, Yara.
She stops talking with Zil and then looks towards you. Oh. Byroth, hello.
Would it be okay if I stopped by your workshop after the celebration? I want to consult with your armor on a shield.
I suppose. Just don't destroy anything and I'll eventually arrive. Do you need to do this now? After?
After the ceremony is fine.
Alright, we can do that.
Good day, then.
She looks awkwardly at you. Is there anything else you need?
Good day, madam.
Oops, she disappeared. Zil turns towards her. Do you have a problem with him? Miscommunication, and it's never really been resolved. Ah, I get it. I don't think you do. but it's fine.
I did apologize.
It's her own miscommunication. She just doesn't care for you.
So that's me until I have to say, formal whatever's to the king, queen.
Mm-hmm. Realtor, is there anything you're doing?
Um. mm, Yeah. I guess for right now, just. Oh gosh. Sorry. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to be doing anything. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I gotcha. Not at the moment, but I meant to post this to you. It was about like their uncommon item or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to take the cloak of protection.
Sounds good.
Okay, that's all. I was gonna post it, but that's about it. And for now, I'm just like hanging out, and I'll play with the cat and just like hang around.
Okay. Halibut.
I'm gonna go talk to Lit and Jade and all that and ask them how the performance biz has been going.
You head over to the new, actually performing
Sorry.
crew. What was that?
Sorry. Headphones going out, in and out.
No problem. You head towards the new performing crew, and technically the queen and let's see, she is the second oldest. Lee. You head towards Jade, and he bows ceremoniously. He is in front of a queen, so he has to be a little more arrogant, arrogant. Arrogant, a little more pompous, but still kind. Just more show-offy. He then turns towards you. You talk for a bit, and he does state, things have actually been going great. Cora's managed to talk with the king and queen. We are to have a performance hall constructed soon. We'd love for you to appear one night, but it's still being constructed, according to Lee. Lee, the second oldest, then states, oh wait, oops, wrong icon. And Lee is the queen. My notes are off. Oh, because I gave him pretty much similar names. Changing this for a second. I'm just going to change it to Cal. I'm going to actually show you the name. Cal then looks towards you, and Jaden states, yeah, the preparation is still going, but it should be done in about a month or so. If you ever want to come back, the room's always available to you. Jade nods as well. Lit nods. Tar nods. Cora then states, thanks again for the help. If you ever do come back, I do owe your team a favor. This isn't part of it, but if you'd like, you can also perform at the... I'll have to speak with the rest of the nobles, but I'm sure I can persuade them for you and your companions to arrive at the Flying Whale.
I'll have to talk it over with them first. Business might take over a little bit. Still not entirely sure what's going on. But I will take you upon that offer of coming back someday. It's a nice place you got around here, and I would love to perform again here.
Lee then states, the queen, not so chalantly stating, Yes, just make sure you don't change plans so abruptly so we don't have to redecorate. Or perhaps, and then you see Cal just calming her down. Jade's cheeks are flushed, knowing that you will eventually come back, and then states, again, we'd love to have you here. You see he's flustered, wanting to ask something. You're at a ballroom, you pretty much know what he's gonna ask, probably. But he seems too shy to do it.
I want to be a dickhead right now.
Do it if you want to.
Hang on, give me a second. She would just start stretching, and she casts Unearthly Chorus to make a sort of more energetic song start playing, and she just grabs his arms and starts pulling him into a dance leading.
Okay. This is weird. Let's go with this. I don't hear anything.
To the drum.
Okay, there we go. It's not energetic though. Oh, this one literally has. Okay, sorry. The song starts playing, and you immediately begin to sing and dance. Because you two are performers, you can go ahead and roll performance. With advantage, of course. Nice. Let's see.
No.
+4. Ooh, it's a good thing you're leading.
Beauty and the Beast.
So, she will try and keep getting the other performers in. So, like halfway through, she'll call and then lit, and then then Tara, and then back to Jay, just constantly going backwards and forwards to try and get them all to start dancing.
It takes some time, mainly because Jade rolled terribly twice, even with his modifier. Barely passes a 10 on the second try. You see that eventually they do all get into it. Jade, you now know, can't dance, even though his class is Blade Dancer. Makes no sense. But eventually the room does get moving.
I think I would join in.
Sounds good. Jade needs the help.
Yeah, if I saw, I would probably join in.
After some time, the group and the rest of the team starts singing and dance. Or at least dance a little. Byroth might just move his hips here and there. I don't know how well Byroth can dance. But
I think he'd be a great dancer.
Just like jangling along.
Yeah, he plays the drums, remember?
Yeah, he does actually.
oh yeah. But eventually everything turns out rather well. Thankfully enough, because Halloween was leading the thing. But overall, things do wind down after a while. Things
He's
become
trying to be respectable over here.
It's a
Thanks.
party.
things wind down after 30 minutes, and people begin to small talk once again, allowing Cerberus to enter into the city around this time. I'm not sure where you were going though. You know that one of the people has to guard the portal? You never really asked who? If you had to assume it was the man or the woman. Beyond that, though, the other one would be patrolling the town. Are you simply wandering about town or going towards the portal?
I have no idea of the layout of town, so I am running around until I find someone.
Then you'll likely run to the man first, I suppose. Looking at a man that seems to have the same build, tall, stout, black hair, orange piercing eyes, beard, and mustache. He does carry a pike with him, but it does seem ornamental rather than an actual weapon. You can fight with it, but it doesn't seem to be used that recently. He does take note of you, but he doesn't say anything. He just seems to be looking at you because you're a new person in town.
If he looks like the person that I painted, I will go up to him, show him the image of the ripple, and then write down on a piece of paper material plane.
Looking at it, he then simply states, certainly, you must be one of the new people that arrived into the city. He starts walking. Follow me, then. He heads towards the middle of the city, which you have been to. After a few seconds, he then continues to speak. It takes a minute here and there to get there, and states, by the way, thank you for saving the city. I'm not sure if you had anything to do with it, but I know strangers into the city helped out with all this, gesturing towards everyone walking and talking. So I do thank you for this. If there's anything else I can do, just let me know.
Cerberus simply nods, slightly confused. She doesn't really know what he's going on about.
Mm-hmm. Because he doesn't know that you don't really speak, it's a quiet minute of just awkward silence. But after a while, you do see the woman with green hair, piercing blue eyes, and the wool coat around her at the portal gate. And she simply looks at the head guard, and then...
You said coat.
I think it's a wool coat.
I don't know. Discord's shitting on me since you changed it, so it's cutting in and out every so often.
Ah. Yes, wool coat.
Right.
She looks at you and then towards the guardsman, and then she states, is there something I can help you with? He then looks towards her and states, yes, our guest here would like something from you. I assume it is to return to the material plane? Looks towards you.
Cerberus nods.
Sure, why not? Will you be going alone or be accompanied by others?
Cerberus points to herself.
Just you then. Very well then. Please step on the fountain. You don't have to actually get into it, but just simply placing a step on the fountain should suffice. Should I send a message to your companions in the city while you're away? Or do you intend to leave?
Cerberus looks confused and nods because she has no idea what she's on about.
Very well then, I'll let them know you left. Ahead. Because that's how she's interpreting it. She herself has her own pike and then looks towards the guardsman and then states, very well, I will need another. Right. He stands on the right and she stands on the left of you. The pikes hit the ground next to the fountain and it begins to glow. The light emanates and shines, and around you, you do see that your form is disappearing. It is not so jarring this time because you know what's happening, but eventually you do dissipate from this plane. And slowly enough, you blink your eye if you do blink. I actually have never known if Cerberus can blink. But either way, a second later, you're in the material plane. Around you seems to be a desert-like area, but it is more green than you expect. It's not exactly barren, but it is not exactly a forest here. If you had to guess, it's a tough time even getting here now. But it is no longer made out of gold, and it is interesting to look at the very least. Over the horizon line, you can see that there's a sky, blue mountains around the area. You're not exactly sure how far that blip is, but you do at least know it is south from here.
So there's a blip in the sky, you said?
No, there's a blue sky and mountains all around you. There's no longer nothing there. You're not sure where the blip came from, but you at least know it came from the south direction.
Then I will begin running south.
All right, then. How long?
Until I feel like I've ran sort of a rough distance that I would have had to travel inside the sea to the edge of it, to the edge of that island. If that makes sense.
Yes. You look towards the area and you basically get the gist of the destination and the entrance. You get all the way to the edge of the past golden sands, and at that point, do you try to perceive that distance again?
Perceive the distance to the ripple.
Yes. The only problem with this, though, is beforehand you had an isolated area that was vast in distance, but nothing was blocking your view. This time you actually have the world blocking you.
Out again.
Yes, you can try to perceive the area around you, see if you need to continue to go south. But the problem is now the world is blocking you instead of nothing there.
She's just gonna make her best rough guess.
Okay. That will involve a roll, but it wouldn't be perception then. If you're making a general guess...
Survival?
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. Okay, there are a few locations down south. There is, the mountain the mountain city Rauta came from not too long ago. There is the Tower of the Ancients site that I assume Cerberus, it's not hidden, it's just dangerous to get there, that Cerberus could know of. There is Haven. There's a city further south of Haven, but I don't think anyone's been there yet. Those are options. Outside of that, it could just be a roaming band, a tribe, something else. But based on the information the city people gave you, it is likely a mass quantity of magic or something similar to that. So, what's it called? A safe city would likely be your best option. Go ahead and roll insight. Based off of this information, maybe the blip came from Haven or the city further south from Haven, as Rauta's village isn't exactly in the best shape right now. It's possible it happened at Rauta's village, but is highly doubtful.
Time to choose the system. Cerberus will step through her little doorway, step through it again, and get as close to whatever powerful form of energy she can locate.
Okay. Go ahead and type me secret message how far that could take you. Because I do need to know.
There you go, I sent it on Discord.
Okay. You log onto the area that you assume is the destination, the location, the massive power that fluctuated the magic in the area. Based off of that, it is a good distance away, miles, days of travel. You lock on and you focus, trying to step towards the destination. You feel connection, a ping, as if you locate the area. It is roughly, if you had to guess, 6 or 7 days of walking from here. Locking onto it, I'm gonna just assume you step in or try to step in. But the moment you do, you get a feedback loop as if it is preventing you from stepping through and into it. Whatever this is, it is locking transportation like this out.
Then Cerberus will begin moving as quick as she can towards it.
Okay. That's gonna be interesting then.
Which I can work out how quick that is whilst you do other stuff.
Alright. Let's see here. Is anyone else going to go with the ballroom scene, or do you just want to skip over that? That is perfectly fine.
I just want to apologize to the queen.
Alright. Moving over. Boop, boop, boop.
Your Majesty, humblest apologies for changing plans at the last moment. Alas, I could not find a way to get a meeting with you on such short notice. Perhaps in the future, to avoid such unseemly changes, we could have a more direct line of communication.
Go ahead and roll insight.
Yeah, she doesn't. Nobody likes Byron.
No. It's just how your
Oh
words can be
god, a
missing.
natural one.
Oh.
Oh god.
Okay. I'm gonna make that as the worst possible way of phrasing that as possible then.
She had to.
The way
Anyway,
you
I rolled a
phrased it
1, no matter what it is.
could have been better. But the way she's going to interpret it is, oh, this is clearly your fault for not doing this properly. And next time we can directly communicate, and that way I won't have to destroy your party or anything you do. Is the
Am I
way?
close enough to hear this?
Yeah. But this is how you hear Byral's words being interpreted, or at least how they're being said and misinterpreted. Byral just happily smiles non.
Well, it's not a
apologetically
smiling
looking.
thing. This is. No, damn it.
You try to apologize. I'm gonna go up to the queen and thank her for a great celebration.
Okay, roll. I don't want to say persuasion, because this isn't really persuasion. But I'm gonna say persuasion anyways to smooth things over.
Persuasion?
Yes. That's 6.
Better than a
Just being
natural
honest.
one.
No.
Not that much.
Mm-hmm. She's not saying anything. But I'll tell you, she is not really happy. You saved the city, so she's at least thankful for that. But you might want to let her cool down for a bit.
Alright, I'll grab Baroth and by the arm and be like, let's go help Holly. Woo.
Bow and exit.
You see Cal's currently just taking her mom towards her husband. You see Lee trembling, maybe stopping her words from coming out, and saying them to the people that saved the city. In the meantime, Hollywood's doing great, actually. She rolled a 25, she has a place to perform now, she has 2 places to perform eventually.
Let's not sabotage Hollywood. I'm just kidding. We come over and roll 1 on something, just mess it all up.
I've noticed the Queen's behaviour.
Yes. However, something you also notice is Gavin's heading towards the south exit, and Civ is speaking with Var, Mara, and Ben.
Do an insights check on Gavin.
Sure.
Kind of like trying to see if he's going out for chill reasons or if there's something up, that sort of thing.
Okay, go ahead and roll insight. You're not sure. He has been going out a lot recently. That being said, this is a new city. You do know he might have different reasons to be heading out, but you're not exactly 100% on them. But this is weird, leaving a festival in your honor and just simply heading out.
Have Cosmo trail after him, but not too close. More so like ground, so it doesn't look too suspicious.
Alright. They head out, but Cosmo's with. Is there anything else you're doing, Helibu?
Just a couple of times she's just gonna start doing stuff like prestidigitation and minor illusion to sort of jazz things up a little bit. Just to try and get the mood back up so the queen doesn't look as pissed off.
Roll performance.
Where's my performance?
Another natural one. Look at us. Pissed off at Queen.
You're doing
It's because we walked over.
You're doing great. In fact, it is exemplary. It is fantastic. I'm just gonna change my words. You do fireworks. However, you're not really noticing that the fireworks on top of your head are almost making an arrow pointed straight towards Byroth. Pointing all focus towards him as Lee turns around and notices this. And just slowly turns back. While the performance did go great, you rolled an 18 theoretically. you know that she needs time to cool off. Everyone else is excited though.
Okay, that's good at least.
Yeah, overall that
Stop doing it.
performance, overall that performance went fantastic, just not on the directed target,
Yeah.
which to performer is terrible.
hmm
But after things die down once again, Civ returns after speaking with Var, Mara, Ben, the group to the south of you, then spoke with Jara and Zil, and then headed towards back to your group. She then states, well, I'm about partied out. Should we head to the blacksmith shop then?
I think my presence here is doing more harm than good.
Cora then states, yeah, that's probably put it mildly. I do owe you a favor. I could persuade her if you'd like.
I think
Or you can have time cool her down and then try it some other day.
maybe you let her cool down and then you try it. I'll be at the blacksmith shop.
Sure. Take your time. By tomorrow we'll be heading out, so if we don't see you again, with any luck, we'll see you again. Jade,
No, wait. That's Cora who's saying that? No, I want my favor for something else.
Yeah, that was Cora. Jade then looks towards Haliwu, presents a crystal rose. If I don't see you again, then that'd be terrible. He looks towards Lit. Was that any bad? Was that any good? Thumbs up. You see a bead of sweat form.
Take the rose and just give a sort of like, I don't know how to describe it. Sick sort of bow of just like,
With a flourish.
yeah. Most people tend to see me again, even if they don't wish to. I want an appearance to show up at places at times.
He blushes and says nothing. But as you were bowing, Byroth and Railtai, you took note that the crystal rose wrapped around her as if it was presenting herself with a more flourished fashion. And then when she got back up, it went back into her hand. The only part that didn't do that was the piece that Haliwu was holding on to.
Hollywood magic?
It didn't look like Haliwu was doing it on purpose.
Can I arcana that?
Sure.
And Byroth recently acquired a headband of intelligence, making his rolls mediocre.
You assume the rose is magic.
I wanna check it.
Yeah, me too, actually, because now I'm like, is he trying to, what is it good magic? Is this bad?
Yeah,
Like,
both of you can.
Stalker magic?
The worst kind.
Jesus. I have 11, that's
Right? Like, I don't want my
I wish I could bother him.
being stalked.
Rota, you think Haliwu is more incredible than you thought, which is hard to believe. Haliwu, you believe the rose is magic. You can also just ask him, by the way.
Ruins the mystery. I'll have to figure it out myself.
Sure. But you at least know the rose is magic. The group backs off because Lit pulls him back. All right, let's go. Cora backs off as well because she already said her goodbyes and it'd just be awkward. They head towards the King and Queen. Not to talk about you, but they have their own business to attend to.
To talk about literally anything other than us.
To shit talk Bear.
Yeah.
Aw.
This is like the other noble party we went to where everyone was shit talking Caitlin.
Oh yeah.
That was good though.
Mhm.
But a party later and a few minutes after to allow Jara to get out, you manage to get back in. The basic group is still here.
Yara, your armor, what was his name? Darwell? Where was he? I have a question about this dragon scale.
Sure. She shouts out to Darlo. Oh, it's you. You brought friends. Bows. Greetings. My name is Darlo. I am one of the associate blacksmiths here. If there's anything you need, I am here to help. Jara then states, it's not, well, it might be about shopping, but Baroth here has something to present to you. Oh, certainly. How can I help you?
From the dragon scale.
Oh yeah. The dragon
Um,
skill.
Well, it's a good thing our Raiden isn't here, but where did you acquire this, might I ask?
It was a gift freely given from the dragon himself.
All right then, we will make sure to. All right then. He seems a little forlorn and then just gets upbeat again after hearing that, and then states, right. So, would you like it to be? I assume you want it to be crafted. A certain scale mail, headband, nice gloves. Or is it for
I
one of
was
your
wondering.
companion friends? Looking towards Civ, Haliwu, and Relta.
They got their gifts from the dragon.
Make friendship bracelets.
He was asking more romantically, but yeah, sure.
I know.
I was wondering if it perhaps could it be used to enhance my shield. I'll show 'em my shield, which is +3, and it's made of a roc's egg, and is already frost resistant.
I mean, potentially yes, but I would have to get the blueprints off. Oh no, wait. I've already done that, but he then examines your arm, not holding it, but examines the blueprints he had prior to this and states, it wouldn't enhance it anymore, it just make it more aesthetically pleasing, if that's what you're aiming to do. But beyond that, I'm afraid the current scales that you possess won't advance it any further. You already have most of what this could provide to you.
A gift it will be then. Craft some scale mail for me, will you?
Certainly. That won't take more than an hour or so. Is there something you have to do in the meantime? You're more than welcome to do it.
Perhaps your weaponsmith can take a look at my javelin.
That would be Jara then. She nods, and then Darlo states, we can make this transaction here if you'd like as well, or afterwards, but the total cost for dragon scale mail would be 300 gold.
Just kind of eyebrow raised at the whole city was gold a few days ago. Now you want more? I'm fine.
He laughs and then states, the city changed back and not everything stayed gold, I'm afraid.
And I'm 30 platinum.
Very well then, I'll get straight to work. As he heads over back to his bench. Jara then states, so you needed a weapon expert?
And I show her what I colorfully named Tempest Worm, that javelin that can turn into like a rope thing.
That is
But
interesting. This is Laro's handiwork, or at least it was. Not sure if he survived. Sorry, talking out loud. This seems well made, and the attachments are well crafted into it. Is there something you're planning to do with it?
It has attachments itself, but is beyond my. I enchant it for +1 every day, but beyond that is not magically enhanced. Oh, well, beyond the gems. To give it +2 AC against. Oh, everything.
Okay. By the way, the name you heard was Laro.
Laro.
It could be nothing. It could
Laro.
be something. Doesn't really matter. I'm just giving you
2 L's?
just 1 L. It could be 2 L's. It's just the easiest way to spell it. Let me look at my notes then, if you really want.
It's fine.
Yeah, 2 L's. You were right. But then she states, if you want it magically enchanted, I guess we can do that. It would increase the potency of this javelin I assume you crafted into. It would deal an additional 1d6 fire damage if I infuse a red stone. Unless you're wanting to do something else with it.
But basic plus enchantment.
The basic what now?
+3 enchantment.
I suppose I could work with this. It would take an hour, but it is possible. I will have to magically enchant it, though, to acquire this after so much modification. But it is doable. It would require, similarly enough, to Darlow's prices, so around 300 gold.
Yeah, 100 platinum and 200 gold.
Alright. She gets to work while you're there. If there's something you have to do, feel free to do it. Otherwise, I'll be here. Feel free to talk if you'd like.
Anybody else have any use of a blacksmith shop?
There are
Besides the
some
fact that somebody here is going to get dragon scale mail after this.
There already are some weapons that are pre-constructed and the like, but that's on the other side of the room. This is just your order area. If you don't want already constructed. No? Okay.
I have no need for weapons, so it's fine.
I still have a bunch of those 1 bullets, so...
Okay.
Yeah, I guess... Yeah, I'm okay. I'm alright.
Then Cerberus, are you running or are you jumping through?
What do you mean?
Like, are you simply running towards the area you believe is where the fluctuation happened? Or are you doing your thing?
I thought you said her thing didn't work.
To that exact location, you can't push through it, but you could jump in small sections to get there. It'll take some time, but you can eventually do that.
Because she can't exactly go to a location she doesn't know, and thus has to go on the basis of the quantity of power, small jumping won't work.
Ah, okay.
So she will be running, and I worked it out, and she will be running quick. It's 13.6 miles an hour. I don't know what that is in kilometers. Hang on. Miles to kilometers. Nearly 22 kilometers. And whether or not it matters, for a day of travel, that's 8 hours rest with 16 hours traveling, 218 miles. which is 351 kilometers.
And that's
So-
a day of travel for her?
That's a day of travel. She can go, in terms of the furthest distance across England, normally taking runners about 9 days, she can do it in 4. She's fast. And she's only going to get faster.
Hmm.
I
Well,
think that's
Haven,
something like 30 times faster than soldiers were expected to march.
Not
The
too
average
wide.
jogger is 8.8 miles for a marathon.
Never mind, this isn't even the fastest character I've seen. I
Oh,
still have
no.
PTSD over Raina's character.
That character's fucked 400 feet per turn.
okay, Haven, if you're heading towards the destination, I'm already gonna, surprise, surprise, it's Haven. So, Haven from this location to that area is 200 miles. So, for you, it's a day's travel. That speed.
Okay.
Go
Then-
ahead and roll 3
Well, there are.
D100.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, there is a mountain in the way, right?
98, 29, 58.
I took those into account, Byroth.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, if you were doing this without the information you already have, it would be near impossible. But you've already traveled from that location to this one in the best way possible, thanks to your navigator and the dual maps. Thankfully enough, because you brought the other teams. So I kind of screwed
Does
my-
Cerberus see where the golden dragon was?
Actually, yeah. Crossing through the area, you do see a wagon that is no longer there. You do see that it was in a position that's roughly 20 feet away from the location you knew it was. And while you were traveling along that area, you saw 4 people heading back to the location you came from. Which you assume it's the people that got squished, but are squished no longer.
Without even caring to blink in their direction, Cerberus bolts past.
You did not see the dragon, though. However, let's see, 98. Okay. As you pass a long way, you do see what appears to be a mugger heading towards the destination of a small village. He carries a torch with 3 other bandits to his side. Each of them carry torches still, and one of them carries a war axe. It's not as if
Sprint past them.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's not as if the village can't take care of themselves, but still, it was the option. 29. Okay. Along the way, heading towards Rautis village, you do come across and pass through it. You do see what appears to be a strange man with blue hair, blue eyes, and a large blade towards his back. You're not exactly sure who this is, but he does seem a distance away. You can easily bypass him or cut him off wherever he's going.
She's dead set on getting back to wherever this place is.
You easily cut through without them ever noticing. Because of your crazy perception, you noticed them before you ever intercepted. And you cut through. The last one I won't say because it will be at the end of your journey. So we're just going to go back to
Oh, okay.
here. An hour later, regular time, Jara and Darlo return. Or at least you come back. I don't know what you did during that time. You can have gone to a tea shop. That's perfectly fine.
Barth probably would have hovered over Darlo doing his thing.
Okay. You do see that he works well with reforging armory weapons, such as bows and arrows, bladed weapons, but he is an armor smith. He's just able to repair those without too much issue. Jar is the
Yeah,
one.
well, he should be doing my thing.
He was, but you saw that his work area had those armaments as well. So Arjara is the weapons expert. He could make something if he had the time. But they both come back. Not really. You come back after some time, and then they both present you the items. Jara first. Well, I did enchant the item that you presented to me. Now has a +3 magical enchantment to it.
Okay.
So it now is classified as magical. If there's anything, as you stated before, that requires non-magical enchantment, I'm afraid that won't allow this to be one of those things. But it is stronger now, thankfully enough to the scribe spells I infused into it. Darlo then states, yes, I do have your dragon scale mail here. It is frost resistant and a plus. Let's see, I think his was a +2 magecraft, skill, and +2 to the AC, with the standard additional bonuses it possesses.
And what is that? Medium or is it technically heavier?
It is medium, yes, but if you want, I could adjust it. It'd only take me 10 minutes to make it heavy armor.
No, it's not for. Medium is better.
Very well. He then hands that over to you. Darlo then state, kind of in unison, but not really. Some words are mixed up, but I'm not going to go with that. And states, if you need anything else, just let us know. Other than that, they both bow and say, thank you again for saving the city. To the rest of you. And wherever your companion is, your 2 companions are, thank them for us as well. You then look around you and you see the others in the workroom also thanking you.
You are most welcome. Thank you for your services.
They stop
Both
bowing
crafts.
to the group. Jara then states, yeah, if you need anything else, as mentioned before, just let us know. Darlo, get back to work. Yeah, I'm on it. Returns back.
Okay, should we gather everyone up and go home? Prep that word of recall spell before we left.
Yeah.
I look through Cosmo's eyes to see where Gavin is.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, as you do so, you do see that he heads towards the gate entrance. The gate entrance being the fountain in the middle of the city.
To the exit of to
You
the
see
material
him-
plane.
Can you hear through Cosmo's ears?
Yep.
You hear him state, excuse me there, kind woman, yes, can I help you? Has a companion gone through here, recently about yay tall, yay big, yay wide? You're not exactly sure the dimensions, he's presenting, Halibu, but you assume it's Cerberus. The guard woman then states, yes, oh, you're not from here. She did state that she'd be heading out first before the, your group, I assume? Yes. Very well then. One moment, I will have to bug you again. Alright. Cosmo then sees him taking out the badge. And then all of you get a call. Yes, is this working?
Immediately pull out of the fucking Cosmo senses.
Darth, we can hear
feedback.
you.
Oh yes, good. Quick thing. Cerberus headed back. Don't really know where. She did technically do her job, so she is free to do as she wishes. I already paid her. But I'm gonna head back through the gate before the rest of you.
What?
If you want, I have a spell that should teleport us back to Haven. If that's where you're going.
I mean, I don't know if your spell can work through here. We can try. but I'm
What do you
already
know?
here.
Would it not be able to work on the material plane? It would save us all walking.
I don't know. We could ask the Archmage, but I'd rather not test that out. According to the team we were speaking with earlier, Mara and her team, they had to tear a hole to get here. So
We went through a very nice portal.
I'm just trying to make it easier for you.
Okay, we'll group up. Where are you?
By the portal, about to head through.
Okay, well, if you want to use teleport spell, group up at portal, and then we'll go through and use it.
All right, I'll be on the other side.
Okay,
Wait, where's the portal
Middle
It's
of town.
the
Can't miss it.
at? Okay.
By the way, I
Some more
have
radio
Callum's
sieve and-
cat here.
Don't mind him.
All right.
Come in here, bye. And she just starts, she hangs up and goes on the call.
He also
okay,
says bye.
we'll-
Oh wait, bye. And then it hangs up. So you know he'll be on the other side, but Halloween, seeing you see that he does speak with the guardswoman again, and he does teleport out on the other side, but he said he was gonna do that anyways.
Cosmo's gonna wait for the teleporting, but he's not gonna teleport or anything like that.
Okay. Civ then states, so, should we head over? That's a little weird, but that is true. Cerberus did finish her mission, I suppose.
I mean, okay, if that's the plan, right? We're going home.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Okay, let's go then.
Alright. After some time, you do make it into the middle of the city. Once again, you do travel without too much issue. I'm trying to find a new map. I think it's this one.
Yeah, that's right. Ish.
Oops. Not supposed to be in the fountain. Do you see that the other groups are around here? Not heading out just yet, but they are around here. Mainly because I thought you were going to try to force them out, but didn't look that way now, so they're just around.
Why would we force them out?
I don't know.
They're under the. This place has
Like
its own
what?
guards.
Like, which, it's funny.
Civ then looks towards the person that's guarding. Yes, we would like to leave. By all means. We're not forcing you to be here. Looks towards Hello. Do you mind speaking with her? I am not a people person.
He says, sorry, you cut out.
Civ then just turns towards Halibu and states, "Do you mind speaking with this woman? I am not a people person."
Decided to thank Quality and pray tell that she wishes to come back here again. Gives us a heartfelt goodbye. As nice as possible.
Oh, of course, miss. You must be one of the people that saved the city. Definitely. She then gets a little flustered. Right this way. Civ then turns towards Byroth and Rauta. Are you two coming with us, or are you going to say goodbye to people?
Just
Uh,
wave to everybody as we walk behind them. Bye, thanks for the party. Have good lives. Do good.
by everyone that we improved your lives immeasurably.
No
Remember
more
us.
war.
You do see people cheering, giving you flowers, a bouquet. Mostly Halliwoo because she's been doing her magic and being a little bit more festive. But Byroth and Relta, you get some too. Byroth, you get some women swooning for you instead of men. Relta, the opposite. Halliwoo
Okay,
has a
it's
fan group
both.
here. So she could make money here if she ever decides to arrive again. You do see...
Halliwoo will go,
Go ahead.
Halliwoo will go through, but just before she'll turn to Civ and just say, Skiff, I've had a mind blank now. Skiff, Cerberus was independently hired via Gavin. Say that I've always kind of been kind of curious. She was a bodyguard, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably gone back home then. She just jumped through.
All right. You do see the...
Before, yeah, just before Byron goes.
Okay. I was just going to say, you see another guard come in and put their pike down, allowing the portal to emerge. As Halliwoo jumps through. Go ahead, Byron.
So, how do you actually open the portal from the other side without, I don't know, we had to use very specific keys last time. Is there an easier way?
The green-haired woman then states, yes, we do now have 2 guards positioned on the other side.
Okay. And, what, they have staffs like that, spears like that as well? That's all you need?
Yes, these are more ornamental, but they do represent our soul, our body, as Rauta jumps into the fountain and teleports out. But they themselves aren't exactly the magical property that allows you to bypass, more as they resonate with our soul, allowing the passage to open.
Okay. Need to have soul of the place. Pretty good key. Alright. Have good rest of your life not being encased in gold.
Thanks, as you jump into the portal. Doop, doop, doop. Does Cosmo wait until Civ enters, or does Cosmo stay there?
He waits till Civ enters, or will jump in with her.
Alright. You do know that she takes something down and then jumps in. As Cosmo jumps in. That being said, I don't have a transition map to the new location. I do have the old gold map, but that's no longer relevant. But as you... I'm just gonna use this same map, but the area around you is not exactly gold. It's not exactly misplaced. You do see 2 guards on the other side of the gate, as mentioned before. You do see Gavin there. The only thing is, this location is no longer made out of gold. The site around you is barren, but it does have some weeds around it. It does appear that things finally turn back. At the very least, you're fine for now. But it is going to be some travel unless you can get there within the time frame. However,
Yeah, cue you telling me that word recall won't work.
you assumed... Well, Gavin stated that it might not work because you're in a different plane. Now you're on the same plane.
right.
And me and up to 5 willing creatures.
Yes.
That's it.
The guards aren't willing creatures, but they are there.
They have to be within 5 feet of me as well.
Gavin is there, and then states, actually, are any of your past perceptions 22?
Nope.
No.
No,
I
okay.
have 18.
Just need to ask. You see Gavin turn around and then states, "Oh, very well then. Seems that everyone's here." Then notices around behind Byroth. "Oh yes, good. Now everyone's here." I don't really know where exactly Cerberus went. The guard stated that she went south. I don't exactly know where that place is without a map, but I'm sure we can get there without an issue. Now then, Byroth,
Oh,
you stated you had a teleportation spell.
that should be fairly simple. You are all willing creatures, and he speaks a word of recall.
As you speak the word of recall, you see that everyone begins to change, develop, and almost begin to be sent out like an email, but not so formally. But as you feel the magical connection to the other side tethered onto your spell, you see it bounce back and you get a reverb effect. Nothing happens.
That's not good.
Did you do anything? Let's try it again. Where exactly did you place the recall?
It is a blacksmith shop. It's sanctified to my god. It should be a... Yeah, it should be a holy place. Strong connection.
It's true, that shouldn't have an issue.
I can try. I have a similar sort of thing. I will cast teleport. And the location I'm trying to teleport to would be the magic school in Haven.
Is there a variant? Because it says object or something you can see within range.
You
Willing
can
creatures,
Does
your
it
have
choice.
seen.
Okay.
And there is a bit of like a... What do you call that? Like, variation. If you travel over 120 miles.
Can I roll like an wait, I'll wait until
Thank you. You see, Hallelujah, that the spell begins to fuse and enchant. You see it tethered to the school, focusing it on it, and then you feel the spell bounce off of something, and the spell doesn't connect. You know the area is still there, it's still able to connect, but something is blocking this from happening.
Does it use up a spell slot, or is it just it bounces
can't
off?
activate, so it doesn't use anything.
Okay. Could it perhaps vary enough, like, so that it would be outside of the bubble?
You've never tried it?
No teleport?
Rautad, what were you gonna say?
can I roll like maybe like a perception or something to see that, because we just stepped through this teleporter to see what plane we're on?
Sure.
Would be perception?
Just to see around you, make sure you're in the place you used to live.
Natural
This
one.
place looks completely different to the location you teleported from. They could have pulled a fast one on you as far as you know.
Yeah, please. I rolled the fucking one.
And technically what I said isn't a lie.
I know.
I
Oh
mean,
my goodness.
what's your passive?
My passive is. Oh my gosh. Where is
17 or 18.
Yeah.
After 10 minutes of just thinking this, eventually you figure out if you coat everything in gold, it's the exact same plane you existed and lived in. So yes, it's the exact same plane.
Oh, okay, but their recall spells aren't working. That's
If it's not working, then something is blocking them from connecting.
Arcana check.
yeah. I thought maybe we were like on the other
Oh no, like
realms still or something.
there's. We as players know what's happening. We just have to. Character?
Are you gonna roll Arcana?
Yeah. Oh. Hmm.
From what you can tell, your spell isn't connecting. Fine-tuning your spell, you can tell that the location is locked from any type of teleport. The location you're trying to teleport to, or the area, you're not sure how wide of a range, is being blocked off by something. It's not allowing teleportation spells, magic, or abilities to enter into the site.
Halliwoo, could you try targeting us somewhere on the outskirts of the city?
I was gonna say though, maybe, maybe, teleporting in from a different plane might work, but I don't know if you could do that.
No,
Oh, do I think
Quite.
that?
No, but it's a thought that comes through your head.
Okay, well, try Halliwoo. If you do you think you could teleport us somewhere on the outskirts of the city?
can try, but me. Can I? Where are we in right now? Is it like forest or is it?
It's like a wasteland, but it does have greenery around it. There are small trees.
Shrubland?
Yes, shrub.
Can I try and do a perception check to see if there's anything close by that looks out of the ordinary, like something close by that might be magically blocking something?
Sure. Everywhere around you seems to be normal, other than the location you're currently standing on. Beyond that, though, you don't believe that this location is blocking you, but the location you're trying to get to.
I can try, but it might just be my spell. It's quite new. I'm gonna try and teleport to outside, but that I would consider that known.
I mean, from the only gate you are fully aware of is the south entrance gate.
Which would be like once.
It's the location you know best. So, let's see here. I need to check the radius of what's happening.
If you'd like, we could try getting in from the other dimension. Try my recall spell.
Halliwoo, go ahead and roll a d20. You do get a connection, but you have yet to establish it. However, a connection is possible. You do have to angle it a bit, but you do get to the bridge before the actual entrance into the city. Byroth, I will let you know, going into the other plane and trying to teleport from there wouldn't work. That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about like extraplanar travel or something like that.
Hmm. It's a good thing we didn't try.
Now, question, Dogma. So, extraplanar travel would work?
In theory, there are a few ways you could teleport out or in to what's currently happening, but it can't involve things that come from the exact same destination or plane of existence.
Right, hang on. I need to send you a few messages.
Ah, okay.
So, how do you think it is the city that's the problem? So further out then, perhaps, what was our first campsite today?
I have
you
a
tell-
connection. Yeah, or is it just barely there?
The further away you get to the gate of the city, the stronger the connection is.
I'm gonna try and angle it as close to the gate but as strong as possible. Just to the point of like actually managing to try and succeed. She doesn't answer, she's just kind of focusing on trying to get it right.
Okay, everyone who's going to teleport, gather around Helen.
Why am I typing this? Rex, it would, yes, not in a direction of you coming into another plane, but in this case it would work due to what's it's doing.
Because that's how her talent with that works, so.
Mm-hmm. So you would get there before anyone else. That is good to know.
Okay.
So I'm not even gonna finish off what was gonna happen with that last roll, because that technically didn't happen. But well, eventually you do establish connection to the south gate. Oh, I would consider it a waterfall, but it's a bridge heading into the entrance of the city. It is the best and closest location you can establish.
I'm gonna try and teleport us there then.
All right. As you make the connection, you all teleport out. As we go over to Cerberus. Actually, before that, I'm gonna do something else.
Oh.
As Cerberus and the team make the connections, make the ties, and make sure that they're not too late. Entering the destination before anyone else arrives and gets there, we have a group. Let's see here. Apprehension sounds good. The masked individuals look around themselves, see that the entire group is formed. When everyone arrived, everyone is prepared. The one man at the top then states, "All right, everyone seems to be ready. Agent Swan, Time, Magic, Dagger, Medic." Oh wait, he said Medic twice. My bad. Just trying to remember the names without looking at my notes. Everyone here has the job set out to them. Everyone ready? They all nod in unison. We have agents entering into the city as we speak. Make sure no one stops us. As we move over to what Cerberus is doing. Did your map move?
Yes.
Okay. Well, my map's still loading, so as you enter into the city, you do find what appears to be turmoil, to say the least. You enter into the middle of it, you see people running, people scurrying, and you do see strange apparitional creatures just setting things on fire. With your passive perception, you do see a single individual on top of the roof with a strange, almost laughing manic mask. She herself seems to be daunted, in a daunting manner, but she doesn't present any threat, or at least no visible threat. But you do see that the people are scared and frightened.
Is there a specific direction people seem to be running from?
You see that the people are panicked, they're scurrying about, but you do not see any connection between everyone moving. However, you do see that they're heading towards the more of a middle destination rather than an outward one. They seem to be heading towards, the best guess you would interpret, safety shelters. The only one that's not is the, again, named individual woman at top of the buildings.
Oh, no.
What was that?
Like her posture, sort of face.
You can see her posture seems to be dismissive. Looking around, you do see that she is looking towards the creatures that are setting things on fire ablaze. She does seem saddened by all this, but she continues to make gestures suggesting that they continue to burn the area down.
Then I guess she's my target.
Alright, is there anything you're doing?
Other than climbing up to attack, controlling things around here.
Alright. Go ahead and roll initiative then. It's not like she doesn't see you, but she does make gestures towards the creatures to set the place on ablaze. But it is now your turn to act.
What is this in weird measurements? Hang on, am I not centered? Is that what it was?
I think you weren't centered.
Okay, well, that was 26 or something like that.
Yeah.
25 feet. So, how tall would this building be?
There are ledges that you can easily climb on top, but it is 15 feet tall.
So, it's 40 feet of movement total. Which would bring me to the top of it. And easily within range. I forget what I can do ability-wise. Give me a second.
By now, at least 2 melee strikes.
Okay, that's using that, which is... Okay, so I will make my first attack for the quarterstaff against them.
Does hit.
And then my second attack for the quarterstaff,
Does not hit.
I will use a key point for Fury of Blows. Which is unarmed strikes.
I'm afraid not.
And another one.
And I'm afraid not.
Oof.
Looking at you as you strike her straight with the quarterstaff, you can tell that it's the female individual. Aiming to strike again, you do see that she simply maneuvers around them. You do see that she almost contorts her body around your blows. Looking towards you, however, her visage does not change. The mask on her side then simply states, "So you want to play then, huh? Fine. Let's have some fun." You see that her hands, her body gestures do change, although her expression does not. You didn't see the mask speak, but you did hear a voice coming out of it. As she aims straight towards you, simply with an open palm, you then see that she flips her hand inwards and then out, and then as she flips it out, you do see a dagger now jettisoning out of it. Let's see here. I assume a 13 doesn't hit you.
Nope.
Cool. Aiming straight for you, you simply dodge. You see the mask laugh and then states, "Oh, we have some fun. We were here to make some distraction. Looks like you'll be our distraction now." You then see the woman aim straight towards you again. And rolled even lower. It is now your turn to axe again, Cerberus.
Yay. First hit. Let's miss it. Second hit, definitely a miss.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have weapons break or anything on crit fails.
Not unless you do it twice.
Okay. And again, Fury of Blows.
Oh dear.
Damn, I'm not having luck today. And second hit.
Second one does hit.
They need to make a dex save or they get knocked prone.
That is a 11.
Fails.
Aiming straight for the person, you just jab him straight towards the head, causing him to dizzy and fall down to one knee. Anything you're doing?
That's all I can do on this turn.
Alright. At the start of her turn, she simply gets up. She doesn't plan on moving. As you stabbed straight into her frontal lobe, she did not... her face did not change. None of your attacks had dealt any physical... well, it have done physical damage, but no visible physical damage on her face. The mask then states once again, "You're stronger than I thought." You then see the eyes of the mask change into a red hue, and then for an instant you saw... passive perception. I'm going to use your passive perception. You saw the woman's eyes change into a red hue as well. Inside you saw a soul screaming, something bashing against the eyelids, but as the eyes changed, you saw, once again, no emotional connection. You then see her change her position into a more ballerina-like stance. She pirouettes straight towards you, however at the last second she backflips and then strikes with both of her feet. I'm going to use my dice starting now, but does a 20 hit you?
Nope.
Nice. Both feet almost hit, with the last one striking towards you, but you luckily enough easily dodge. Then you see the mass state. Oh, this is gonna be some fun. But it looks like we have to do something more than simple physical attacks. Cerberus.
So I've just learned I can intermingle between the extra attack and the bonus attacks. So this will be a little more fun if I can actually land a hit. First of the attacks misses. Fury of blows. Another deck save.
16.
Fails.
Prone
Which
again?
now means prone again, which means I'm now at advantage on my hits.
Ooh, nice.
And my extra attack.
Cool.
And that's my turn.
Amy Street for the woman, you managed to strike again and again, thankfully enough because she was prone. However, the eyes change color once again once it hits her turn. You do see the screaming yet again. You're not sure what exactly that is, but she does get back up. She's not moving, but she does change her stance again. Instead of a ballerina, you do see what appears to be... Let's see, look at her character sheet. That almost like a marionette doll. I think I'm saying that right. Almost strings attached, but you see no physical strings. I want you to go ahead and roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Yay. 10. Yay.
Do you still have your quarterstaff in hand?
Yes.
You see as she raises her hand, your quarterstaff hand also raises up, and she strikes herself with her own hand, and you strike your quarterstaff at you. Go ahead and roll quarter strike damage. I will have to roll an armed strike against... No, wait. She still has her blade, so it's a d6. D6 plus her modifier. Okay. Okay. You see that with her bladed weapon, she gets hit, but with your own quarterstaff, you also take a blow. You see no visible emotion towards her, which is daunting. On your turn, in order to use that hand once again, you will have to roll an intelligence save, or else be without a left or a right hand, depending on what you used.
Is this a charmed condition?
Sort of. But I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. Then I will use my action to end the charmed effect on myself.
Cool. Immediately you feel a string from your right hand or left, depending on you, gets cut, and the other hand on her opposite end also goes down as if it went limp.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
I thought you'd use a key point to make another attack, or is that only if you
I
can
have to
instrument?
use an attack to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, but I could do. Oh, okay. I'm learning stuff. I will simply have that be my turn.
Alright then. We're gonna move over the Team B. I'm gonna assume you're gonna roll... everyone go ahead and roll initiatives. You're probably gonna want to need it.
Team, there's something wrong in the city. We should figure out what to do.
You don't know that yet.
Well, we know this. We can't teleport there.
Yeah.
We have tokens that we can attach these rolls to.
Sure do.
There we go.
As you teleport into the south gate entrance, you do see a waterfall cascading around you. However, in front of you, you do see 5 individuals. Hadley, you know the 4 individuals in front of you as the town guard that take care of the south gate. However, the woman with a blade at her side and her back, and the ghostly apparitions, they are foreign to you. Unless they're not, then that's really messed up.
So last time we passed through here, no ghost.
You pass through the north entrance. This is just the one Halloween's most familiar with.
I'm just trying to see. Typically at the gate, no ghosts.
No, not the gates you've ever crossed through.
Okay. Guards, what's going on with all the ghosts and whatnot? Do we see that the city's on fire?
You do see that parts of the city are on fire. You do see that there is a, almost like a warping shield around the city itself. You do see that the guards are outside of it, just barely, currently being attacked.
Oh boy. Okay.
In doing so, I have no chance to respond. However, the one that
Okay.
does respond is a woman in white, turning back and simply states, the rat caviar... didn't say that. It appears the caviar has arrived then. Thought it'd take you longer.
Okay, thank you. We're going to go help now. Ali,
We can
You're
certainly
quickest.
try. I don't know who rolled for the cat, but it is the cat's turn.
I did on accident
I know.
because I thought I clicked on mine and I didn't.
It is actually Halloween's turn, though.
yeah, caviar, alright. Are you with us, dear? Can we hear you?
There
There
you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Does she look hostile?
The woman looked... The best way you could describe it is jaded. She thought it'd this be a greater feat, but she seems to be easily taking down the guards. So yes, hostile, but kind of sad that she's not doing a better job.
I'm going to hop onto my broom and fly 30 feet up. And then I'm just going to just shout towards the guards, "Come on, you can do better than that," and start playing Song of Insightfulness. All of our party, along with the guards, now have advantage on their next melee,
Oh, that's good.
next weapon, I think.
Is it within... Yeah, visible, within range. Alright then. We're out time.
I'm just gonna hold action for now.
Alright. The cat jumps off and begins to scurry towards the apparition.
Follow that cat. Can that be my... I can't follow the cat. Why is he running now?
Technically, the cat went first.
Fine. Halloween, before you turn, you see the cat run forwards.
No, I mean before Rialta, not before.
No, I get that. But that's what you see. You can change your action if you'd like.
Talking to you, Rialta.
That's... Wait, what? No, he's not.
Basically, you can change your action if you want. The cat would have moved first.
Oh, so yeah, like I'll follow the cat.
Okay. You go scurrying for the cat, and you do see the woman head towards you. She doesn't do anything against you, but she does get all the way to Hallowoo, giving you an attack of opportunity. You do see that she does take a mean look at the cat.
Well, did I just yell like, "Hey, why are you running forward?"
You mean heading back? It's part of the job. I have to stop anyone that tries to help. Luckily enough, Hallowoo is 30 feet into the air. She does look back towards Rout and then state, consider the cat lucky. If you weren't there, I'd have kicked it over the bridge.
Cuddle the cat a lot closer. But so he's mean.
I will say that she would have kicked the cat out if you didn't move with it.
Okay, that's good.
However, it is now NPC guard duty turn. Thankfully enough, because Hallowoo's now helping them, they do seem to be doing better. Their next initial attacks are at advantage, so... Nice. Oh, barely hits. Okay. All of them, thankfully enough, managed to hit. Did you see that the ghosts are taking damage, and each of these guards seem to be brandishing a silver-tipped weapon? They have various weapons at their sides, but they seem to be using these primarily. They each strike with a significant amount of damage, but they are not going down. The ghosts then move straight through the people, and you do see that their bodies wilt into a more blue-like state. They're not dead, but they definitely seem to have taken some sort of effect against them. Byroth.
Let's see. This one. Yeah. So I'm going to move past all these jabronis 30 feet forward. Where was that? Par with Rialta. And then I'm going to cast, or not cast, but turn undead.
Alright. As you move straight
So that
towards...
catches everybody but the farthest one.
Mm-hmm. As you aim straight towards the past the woman, you do see that she simply puts out her weapon towards you and scrapes your armor. Nothing happens,
It'll
but
take more than that.
Oh, I was just testing things out. It didn't seem to work, at least not this version. As you cast Undead. What's my roll?
DC 17, I believe.
It's wisdom.
Thank you. C5,
It's wisdom, sorry.
because you couldn't target the last one. Let's see, that is...
And it is 18, sorry.
Fail.
And if they're below, if they're weak enough, they just die. So if they're below CR2, they just die.
You see that they stick around.
Okay.
But does something happen to them? Do they?
They have to. They have to spend their turn doing nothing but running away from me for a full minute, I believe, and there's no other save. Like just for the next 10 turns, that's all they do.
Nice, that could be useful.
Yeah.
Next map.
Or until they take damage. If they take damage, the spell wears off. Oh, I will shout. Don't. If they're running away, let them go.
Cerberus.
Oh boy, this will be fun. They stood up again, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Damn. 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 Damn, I can't do what I wanted to do. That will be my turn.
Okay. Oh, I think I skipped her last turn. Doesn't matter. I screwed up. My bad. After a while, you do see that the strings around her come down. You do see that she is mobile, able to be move, and you see the mask look at you. Well, it doesn't look at you, but it does gesture towards your direction. Oh, this has been some fun. We can continue this if you'd like, but is there somewhere you want to be rather than here? Someone you want to protect? Or is this really what you're after? Because I'm all for it if you want. But if you're here trying to protect the city, then clearly you want something to protect. So tell me, is it a person? Is it a place? Or are you such good noblemen? You feel that it's trying to pierce through your mind, but it is not able to. But you feel that sensation trying to enter into your scalp. And then it states, blocked. Let's see if it's still blocked when you're dead.
Cerberus grins.
It then takes out its blades from its feet and from its hands, and then makes a... I forgot I called it that. That's stupid. A pirouette strike. 20 doesn't hit, right?
Nope.
And you see all four blades aim straight towards you, but do not land. Kind of undercut his speech. Hello. It is your turn.
He's trying to attack me, right?
She's right below you. So far,
I just
everyone she's
interject
attacked
real-
was Byroth.
I'm going to fly 20 feet higher. And I'm going to continue using insightfulness so people get advantage again. But can I use my action to try and see how the city looks from my point of view?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll perception. Unless your passives are like an 18.
Passive's an 18, exactly.
Nice. Around you see fires emanating from various sites. However, you do see a good conglomerate of them going down. Some of the city is being saved thanks to people inside, but you do see that they were not prepared for these types of attacks. However, if you had to guess, the R&D department and the police task force agency that you work for have been going around and protecting the city. That being said, most of the places that have yet to be touched by fire or anything visible to you is the school, the police station, the R&D department attached to it, and for some reason a bakery.
The palace, the school, and the R&D department are untouched currently.
Correct.
And a bakery. Okay.
At least not touched visibly.
Would I still be... Is my bonus action to give Byroth inspiration?
Sure.
Well, we know who defended that one.
Yep.
So, Baroth, you also have an inspiration die, along with redone advantage if you didn't use it.
I did
For
not.
everyone except for the enemies.
Is your die a plus 10? Or sorry, a d10?
It is a D10, if I remember correctly. D12 is close, but not here yet.
Yeah, I think it's D10 after you reach level 10.
Okay. Advantage and a d10.
And I am assuming you're not moving?
D12 is 15th level.
Moved 20 feet up, but that's about it. She's still staying above the rest of the group.
That's fair. On Relta's prior turn, you do see that the cat's trying to aim straight for the ghosts. Like clawing towards them, but you're holding onto it so it can't. Relta.
Okay, so the cat's trying to claw at the ghost, and Hollywood's safe up in the air, right?
Correct.
And this lady just stormed past me, and is she trying to attack somebody in particular?
She's just standing right underneath Hallowoo. Before that, she scraped Byroth's armor but did no significant damage.
And threatened to toss your cat off the edge.
Yeah, she did. I don't like her. I want to make her stop walking around. But I wanted to use this thing on. Is it not working? Did I do it? Hold on. Sorry, I tried to like make it like the spell up on the thing. It's the enhance ability. There, did it work now? No.
Here. Opening your character sheet. Spell. So click on. Actually.
I think my thing is just like.
Let's see. Enhance ability. It's a spell, right?
What level is it?
Second level?
Let's see. Illusionary script. Identify incendiary cloud. Inflict wounds. Oh, wait. Enhance ability.
So
there
you
we go.
click on. You click on not the red text, but right above it where it goes red. And you click on it, that's the big eye beside.
I see it now. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. Who are you targeting?
Barra.
Oh, I thought you were
Jeez.
targeting the cat. Alright, you slap Byroth on the back.
Oh, shit.
Hmm?
Get it? You can't? Well, no, because is the cat gonna get attacked? Oh my gosh, should I have done it to the cat? No, I did it to Barra.
Okay. You slap Byroth on the back and give him what? Bull's strength, bear's endurance, cat's grace, eagle's splendor, fox's cunning, or owl's wisdom.
You didn't think that through, did you?
I was like reading through them, but I wasn't sure if you got to pick it or if I had to pick it.
You have to.
Oh. I guess the bear's endurance.
Alright.
That's the right one. I hope that's the right one.
That gives you 2 additional 2d6 temporary hit points, which are lost after the spell ends. So go ahead and roll me 2d6. Byroth.
Okie doke. That's 5.
Nice. You get 5 temporary hit points. Rata, are you moving, or is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Are you guys able to play a little longer? If not, we can call it here and start from here.
I'm done. to
No,
play
I've
more.
got nothing planned. Well, I do, but not for like another 2-3 hours.
I have nothing to do, so it's fine.
Okay. Making sure. You see the woman look straight towards Rauta, Haliwu, Byroth, Civ, and Gavin, and Haliwu's cat. She goes straight towards Haliwu's cat.
The fuck would Cosmo come at me, motherfucker? He's
What is with this deadpan woman and her cat hate?
Civ better stop her. She better trip her bitch.
She raises the boot and begins to just about kick Cosmo off of the bridge. When you see Civ bring out what appears to be a bladed weapon, you're not sure what the type of weapon this is, but it sinks straight through her boot as Gavin also brings out a map. What's it called? I don't really know the name, but it's where you put scrolls in and you cap it right in front of her boot.
I think it's just a scroll case.
Okay, scroll case.
Calligrapher's supplies.
Yeah,
There's
let's
a
go.
name, but I don't remember it.
Me either.
I like the
It's just
idea
a
of them
map
having
case.
one of those like Torah scrolls, like the two huge dumbbells.
Either way, they stopped it, and Civ technically does hit, so that is 2d12 plus your modifier. Okay. Immediately stabbing through her boot, pinning it down onto the ground, causing her to technically be prone. You do see Cosmo safe, and then you see her take her action and rips out the blade from her, dealing an additional 2d6. Finally, someone that can actually do something. Kind of mad that had to happen, though. I'll take it all on you. Looking straight towards Haliwu. She brings out her blade, which seems to be a green resonating weapon, hits the ground and then points straight towards Haliwu. Byroth and Rauta and Haliwu, you see that the ghosts then turn towards Haliwu.
Well, one of them does. The other 5 cannot move within 30 feet with me.
That's not to say they're gonna go towards her. They just turn towards her. But thank you. You do see, however, that the NPC team begins to strike once again. Because she has been playing her song, their first strike.
Dang it, I thought I used my bonus action to tell them not to attack the ones
Yeah.
that were running away.
She replayed it so they would get advantage again.
Yeah, they're not stupid, so they'll just go for the one that didn't get hit. But their attacks do strike. Let's see here. Hit, hit, miss, hit, miss, hit. Okay. Each one strikes down, and thankfully enough, because everyone was hitting just one, it just dissipates away. I don't know if this is the one that... no, it's not, so I can delete it. And you see the creature, the apparition, simply waft away into nothingness. You see now that there's an expression of... might have screwed things up. However, the other guys can't really go into the city, so they just disperse out in awkward directions.
They just try to get as far away from me as they can.
Yeah, definitely. For all intents and purposes, you kind of got rid of them, depending on if you take out the summoner.
That's what was supposed to happen last time I tried that, but I forgot Caitlin was a vampire.
Byroth.
Well, they all fucked off, so I'm gonna go after the cat hater.
I will tell you why she's going after the cats, but it's funnier this way.
I have an idea for her.
Yeah, I'll just. I mean, I got a fancy new weapon, right? How good is it? Do I get any sort of flanking bonus? No, I'm flanked with the cat curses.
You're flanked with the cat, unfortunately. I don't think Cosmo's a
19?
fighter. 19, unfortunately, does not hit.
Oh. I feel like it's kind of a waste to cast this. I'll leave it.
Okay. You just see that the woman turns towards you and then looks towards Civ and Gavin, and then focuses on Gavin. As we move over to Cerberus.
Let's hope I can do it this time. First attack. Yes!
It does hit.
So, I need a con save.
And sorry, can I ward Gavin with Sanctuary as a bonus action?
Yeah, I don't think you use a bonus action. Let's see, con, 19.
Damn! Saves. Second attack. Ooh.
Does hit.
Now, does it say I can only do this once per turn, or... no, okay. Another con save, please.
Cool. Natural 20.
Damn!
Or 24, if that matters.
How badly do I want this? Very badly. Fury of blows. Another con save.
Fails.
They are stunned until the end of my next turn. And that means advantage on this attack. Damn. And that is my turn.
Alright. I will say,
Wait,
favor-wise, they can still speak when they're stunned. Just can't do anything.
They can speak, but it's in broken words.
Is stunned advantage or is it auto?
Stunned is advantage.
Okay.
It's auto-failed dex and strength saves. You can't speak except stutteringly. And they take advantage on attacks to hit them. They can't move as well. Something like that.
Cool.
You hear stuttering coming out from the mask once again, but then you see its eyes turn towards you, and you see the mask shift slightly towards the woman's face. Because you stun the body, not the mask. Good on to Halibu.
A second.
No problem. But you do see the woman look straight towards Gavin, and she does have her ghost weapon out.
Hey, I'm going to decisions or what I should do. No. Fuck it. I'm going to cast polymorph on her.
Ooh. What's it say?
Oh
Is-
my gosh.
I think it's a wisdom. Yeah, it's
It's
a wisdom
wisdom.
saving throw.
Something that can't swim or fly.
I wanted to do this and try to turn her into a cat. She's being a bitch.
Oh, what do you think I'm doing?
I know, that's why I was like, oh my god. She's like, as soon as she said it, I was like, no way.
So it's 13.
You're amazing.
Fails. He's turned into a cat.
You see that the form of a cat hater, or for some reason it keeps attacking cats, turns into a cat herself.
Oh, what?
Let me delete this one. This one barely looks like one. There we go. Anything else you're doing, Halloween? You do see the blade fall to the ground, though. That did not change.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything I can do as a bonus action to try and get the blade away. So, but I'm going to. Actually, I don't think I'm going to do Bardic Inspiration yet, so I think that's the end of my turn.
Alright. Relta, before your turn starts, did you see the cat turn towards the... Well, you now see that there's another cat there, but it's clawing straight towards it, or the weapon next to it.
I will follow. I'll put the cat down and follow it.
Alright. Let's see, it's... Oh, it can easily get there. It sprints in between Halloween and Byroth. As a bladed weapon hits the ground, Rauta and Cat in turn follow. Oops.
Sorry.
It's
I
fine.
was gonna make a joke about the evil cat having the dagger in its mouth, but now you're making it seem like our cool cat is gonna pick it.
You see that the small cat aims straight for the bladed weapon and with claws out. It's hard to tell. All of you can roll Arcana if you'd like, but it's gonna be a very high roll.
Can I roll something to like try to grab the cat, the one that Hollywood just turned into a cat by the by the scruff of its neck?
On your turn, sure.
Okay.
Hello, it's hard to tell, but you see that the cat isn't exactly targeting the blade, but the weird vapors surrounding it. Byroth, you think the cat's trying to break the weapon. It rips
Silly kid.
through the green vapors and most of them dissipate. You don't know exactly what the cat's doing, but eventually the wispy glow does eventually disappear. Rauta, you think the cat's trying to break the weapon. It is now your turn.
Yeah, so like I don't want that cat to touch the weapon, so I want to try to stop it from touching it.
You would do a grappling check, so your athletics versus its athletics or acrobatics.
So you roll athletics. Or cast a spell, like command or hold person, or grappling vines, or whatever the hell it's called.
I'm gonna give a cat a +3 because they are very dexterous. So I will roll its acrobatics. That's a 7. You now have 2 cats.
Well, I put the other one down, so I just have the one that we just turned into a cat in my hand.
Okay. Because she can't technically hold possession of whatever she did, combat technically is over. she's not in the mindset anymore. So, in the distance, you do see the. Oh, I forgot. Cerberus is still fighting. Whatever.
Just quick,
I know that Cerberus'
How
turn is next.
we would just ask, or shout rather, if anyone has shackles to chain her up before she turns back.
Do we still have our police issue shackles?
You should, unless you sold them. But they do come over, and the man states, yes, thank you for that. He does see your badges. The R&D department. I don't know exactly what's going on, but right now the city's on lockdown. Anyone trying to get in with teleportation or the like magic is being blocked off. But it looks like right now, unfortunately, people have gotten in. He then presents Halloween with 2 binding chains, which are just shackles that change size.
I hand the cat over to Hollywood.
They will put the chains on the cat. And then drop polymorph.
Like, she's been a bad kitty.
I mean, if it's not a concentration spell and the shackle fit,
it
cat
would
is easier to carry than person.
It's a concentration spell.
No, it's okay.
Yep. Oh yeah, she also can't teleport if she was gonna do that. But it doesn't matter. She does look at you and states, this has been a very awkward day. Oh well, I did my job anyways. So then, how's it going? Cerberus' turn.
Cat and Clara. Just FYI.
So, I want to try and pull the mask off the person.
She's still paralyzed until your turn ends, so go ahead and roll athletics.
Can I do acrobatics?
How can you acrobatic force a mask off? Like, if you can figure out a way, I'm totally for it. I just don't.
Or wouldn't it just be a straight strength or anything like that? I don't know, it doesn't matter, it's still a +0. Ah, perfect.
Oh dear. Who's doing that?
Actually, I'm gonna still roll because I could also get a 1. I don't.
If you're rolling because of the person, they automatically fail dex and strength saves and stuff like that, so.
No, I'm rolling for the force that's underneath the mask.
Right.
Which is awkward, but I'll explain why. You grab onto the mask and you feel when you grab onto it, your hand almost envelops and goes underneath as if you're being pulled in. However, you're not stupid. So even though you're losing to a mask on the strength via strength, you pull your hand out quickly enough that you don't get sucked in. Whatever it is not just a simple mask. You could potentially take it off, but you do not want to be
Ignore
careless.
that.
I will say though, because it's paralyzed, that would count if you wanted to as a bonus action or your action, depending on what you want to do.
We'll say bonus action then. Simply so I can now try and break the mask by hitting it twice, or expend my action or whatever to try and just pry it off again.
Okay.
Which I suppose is not too bad.
Let's see here.
It's time to fail.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting. You grab onto the mask as if you're trying to force it off. You know that the weird suction thing is underneath it, so you grab onto the eyes and the mouth and you rip it off as quickly as possible without going underneath it. You manage to grab hold of the mask, and underneath you see that the woman's face begins to change into that of a more, it's hard to tell what she is, but your best guess is a merfolk. She turns towards you, and now you have the mask in hand. She still has that makeup on. It was makeup. But she looks towards you, and she is currently on the ground, frantically screaming. You see that she's in pain. Whatever this thing was doing to her is not only in body, but in soul. The pain that she was holding onto, latching onto, is hitting her all at once, at least physically. Emotionally, she's been dealing with that this entire time. But you do see that the combat is technically over. You do see the mask turn towards you, still in hand, but it turns towards you. Oh, this has been fun. Too bad this host will likely not survive unless it gets treatment. But you and me can have some fun if you want.
Cerberus grins at it and begins to take a short rest.
All right.
Cerberus and Clownface. Who knew?
Yeah, didn't you know Cerberus is Juggalo? Part of the, what's the acronym again? Insane Clown Posse?
I don't suppose I could
thinking
extend
more
that short rest slightly and try to stabilize that person with a medicine check.
Go ahead and roll medicine. I already changed maps, but go ahead and roll medicine.
I'm just going to say disadvantage because I have no biology lessons of this creature and I have literally no supplies on me. So that's a 7.
Pat.
You do stabilize the cuts you see, the bruises, but beyond that, you're gonna need some medical assistance. She will survive depending on if you find it within an hour or a day. You do not know what she's been through. However,
Okay.
it's a 7, so you wrap out the cuts and bruises, but you have no idea what else is internally wrong with her. You do see that the rest of the group does see that the woman that they managed to capture looks towards them and states, "So, how's it going?"
Maybe flies up and starts flying into the city.
Shut up, prisoner.
All right.
The city is on fire. We have to move.
Okay. As Rialta heads in towards the city, she gets hit with a wall of energy. Nothing happens, you just can't bypass through it.
So I just get stuck.
Oh, you're not Rialta. Hallowoo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guards. Is there any way in?
It's a safeguard to make sure that no enemies can get in or out. Unfortunately, if the enemies are in, we have to hunt them down before we can make sure no more get in.
Yeah,
Right.
so how do we hunt them down if we're not in?
If we're not in, we surround the area and make sure no one else is around, making sure once the borders go down, no one can intercept inside. Right now, the security measures are in place. The R&D and the rest of the police are waving through the city, making sure that any enemy is sighted, they are taken down.
Useless. Do you think you can take care of this prisoner, or are we going to have to take care of it?
We can take care of them, sure, but right now, we need to make sure the city is safe. We can't exactly communicate from the inside, but we can communicate with the other north, west, and east entrances from the city.
Barroth will walk up to the barrier and try Dispel Magic to see if we can open a little area that we can travel through. And I'm not going to juice it up because I know I'm probably going to have to roll anyway.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
I forget how that works. So I roll my Wisdom plus Proficiency.
Your modifier? and
Wisdom plus
profici-
my modifier.
Yeah, I believe
Or
so.
just my Wisdom modifier.
From what I remember, it's just your modifier.
Okay. 16.
You do see that the spell is up and still up. You do see that with the spell magic, you make a pin-sized hole. Not enough for you to get through, but you can see that it is possible. but it's
Alright,
gonna
if
take
I
in
make a
large amount.
pin-sized hole, I'd like to use the badge to contact HQ and ask if there's a way that we can get inside.
Alright. With a pin-sized hole, you are able to get a radio wave through. Magical wave, whatever you call it. Through. You do hear your boss, Ramon, then states, Barroth, is that you?
We're back from the city which we found and saved. It was a great adventure, but your city's on fire now, and kind of we're experts at saving cities now. How do we get inside?
One moment. Then checking. Ah, damn it, if you're not inside. I'm not sure. Right now, we need to make sure everything's clear. Is the rest of the team with you, or is everyone outside of the dome?
Caitlin is MIA. The bodyguard is unknown, and the rest of us are here at the southern.
I'm going to tap. Can I tap into the call right now with my badge?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not private.
We're
This
all
is-
hearing it, right?
Yes.
I just say, Ramon, how far can I call you with this badge right now?
Right now,
Right outside.
Right now, the shield is repairing itself. Cerberus does make a good point. That was going to be something too, but I just wanted the small communication to happen. But Cerberus is correct; it will heal itself eventually. So long as whatever you just did still remains, we can communicate as far as the badges go, which would be a couple miles outside of the city. That being said, I don't know right now unless one of you can bring down the shield, which I do not advise, as we do not know the number of this. Right now they're attacking the areas and setting fires into blazes. There are some, I don't know how they got in, but some of them got into the R&D department, and I fear they're heading towards other secure sites.
Fire keeps this up right now. I can fly over to the top and try and get a pin location on where specific enemies are and tell you about it, so you can send forces there.
Wait, I have an idea, Hollywood. Get within 5 feet of me, I'll try to recall. With a pinhole, it might work.
Oh damn, I didn't think of that. Roll a d20.
Fly back to him with that.
10,
Who
right in
would-
the middle.
Hallie, we would catch Ramon up to date that the bodyguard just left. Because the job was done, sort of thing.
Alright. Let's see. 10. Cool. 10 and you just barely passed. Coughing. Ramon then states, great. Sorry. Can't really think right now. Did you manage to get their badge back? As
Oh.
Byroth and the rest of the team jump inside.
Yay.
Yeah.
Copy and paste.
Easy.
Copy and paste. Oops, I pasted instead of copied.
We clone ourselves.
Let's see, Cosmo, Civ, and I think that's everybody. Why? There we go. Copy. Let's see. Whatever we call would get you into the chamber area where you were at.
I forget if I tagged it specifically to a blacksmith shop or the like blacksmith thingy that I made it out back, but I don't know where you're gonna drop it.
I think you did do it at Section 5's blacksmith site. So this could be interesting. Ignore her. She's supposed to not be there. I think I put her in the map. Yep, I did. But the other one is supposed to be there. As you enter inside Section 5's research department, you see 3 of the 4 members remaining here are on the ground, not moving. You're not sure if they're dead or alive, but they are not looking well. The only one that's still moving, if barely, is Claire.
I'll
Medicine
run
check?
over.
Yeah, run over medicine check as well.
Right. You see the blue-haired woman simply looks at you and walks out the door. As we end the session for today.